Well, Governor Susana Martinez is in Tampa, Florida this morning, waking up from a big night at the Republican National Convention. She took center stage last night for a very energetic and often humorous speech. She talked for about 10 minutes about growing up in El Paso, Texas, and going from being a Democrat to a Republican. Then Ms. Martinez became a district attorney and now the nation's first female Hispanic governor.
This is America. Y en América todo es posible.
Of course, Governor Martinez also endorsed Mitt Romney for president, saying he is the one leader who will fight hard to keep the promise of America for the next generation.
Right after Governor Martinez was vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan. The congressman walked onto the convention stage last night and accepted his party's nomination for vice president.
I accept the duty to help lead our nation out of a jobs crisis and back to prosperity, and I know we can do this.
He said Republicans are offering bolder solutions to America's problems than the Obama administration. Democrats have blasted the congressman's budget plan all along. Mitt Romney is expected to accept his nomination as presidential pick for the Republican Party tonight. Then, next Tuesday, the Democratic National Convention gets underway in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we, of course, will have full coverage on both on air and online.
In other news this morning, the former elementary school teacher who admitted to secretly taping young girls up their skirts is in his own bed this morning. Yesterday, Chris Lucero pled guilty to 5 counts of misdemeanor voyeurism. 5 years ago, investigators say he put a camera on his shoe and snapped pictures up the skirts of several young girls at Cliffs Amusement Park. At the time, he was a teacher at Lavaland Elementary. Lucero did face up to 5 years in prison, but instead got 5 years probation.
While there, I also learned a lot about myself. How to recognize warning signs that something's wrong. How to recognize high-risk situations. And how to stay away from them altogether.
Lucero does not have to register as a sex offender, and if he does not violate his probation, his record will be cleared. Well, the attorney accused of shooting a man outside of his law office in Albuquerque is out of jail this morning. David Chip Venny bonded out yesterday afternoon. Police say he shot Stephen Bittinger in the thigh on Tuesday after the two got into an argument. Bittinger told police Venny shot him because he thought he, quote, stunk. We have learned Venny has been accused of being aggressive in the past as well. One of his old clients called him a, quote, psycho. And other attorneys told us that Venny can be unpredictable. We tried to talk with Venny about all this, but his wife and attorney both had no comment.
Los Lunas police want pharmacists to be on the lookout before an armed robber strikes again. Cops say a man stormed into 2 different Walgreens stores in the city on Monday and Tuesday night. Now, these are surveillance images right here. They say he was waving a gun and demanding narcotics. Both times he wore gloves and glasses that covered his entire face and wore a hooded jacket. Cops say he took off with a lot of pills, and they say he will likely sell them. Also in Los Lunas, investigators say they found some heavy artillery in a man's home that he definitely should not have had. U.S. Marshals say they found a rocket launcher inside convicted felon Eugene Jaramillo's storage locker. Now, he is on probation and was supposed to be wearing an ankle monitor, but authorities say he had cut it off. Marshals say that they also found a gun and a meth lab. He now faces a number of federal charges.
UNM is now dealing with a big problem. Computers, books, even televisions are all disappearing. In fact, just last week, a professor had books stolen out of a locked cabinet. Plus, someone has stolen 2 computers from Zimmerman Library, and even the TVs from the pit are being taken. Now, the university is making some big changes, including consolidating classes into just a few buildings.
At night, instead of having 15 buildings open, we try to consolidate it so we only have 9 or 10 buildings open. That way, those buildings aren't open all night waiting for the students.
UNM is also going to start closing more buildings overnight. The University Police Department will put out a report next month to see if all of this is making a difference.